Nikki D from Five Dog Farm. Wanted to bring you a little Christmas idea I had the other day. I love giving handmade, homemade gifts at Christmas time, and I was kind of running out of some ideas. I haven't had really a chance to do any canning. I did can salsa, and that's definitely going to be a gift because everybody here on the farm loves salsa, but I haven't had a lot of time to do handcrafts. The only thing I was able to sew were some, well, I probably shouldn't say this, hopefully the kids don't see it, but I did some kitchen towels with fancy borders on them for the girls. And then I was eating popcorn with Gigi. She makes the world's best popcorn ever. I have some here, it's really good. I would eat it, but then I wouldn't stop. And I always put Tabasco on my popcorn, 9 times out of 10. And I thought, what if I flavored some salts? How fun would that be? So I thought that's what we would do today. These particular ones are basic, use your imagination. That's the really cool thing about doing things like this, is you can use your imagination, but I'm going with flavors that we know and love here on the farm and that I know my recipients will enjoy getting as a gift. So what do we have? Well, we have lemon, which who doesn't love lemon salt or lemon pepper even. I did or we're going to do together a lime, but I didn't do just lime. I was thinking margaritas when the lime came out and I started cutting it and juicing it. So I grabbed my bag of dried jalapeno peppers, whirred them up in my little Ninja here. My mortar and pestle are in storage right now, so I used the Ninja, which was great. And I added that to the lime, so I thought, what a great salt rim for a margarita, and excellent as a popcorn salt as well. So I thought that would be kind of a cool one. And then I moved into other things that our family members like. Sriracha, balsamic vinegar, I adore balsamic vinegar, red wine vinegar, and one of my favorites, my dad was French Canadian, and as a young kid I grew up eating fish and chips with malt vinegar, not ketchup or anything. It was always malt vinegar, or there were times when we would do homemade fries and my grandma would make her homemade mayonnaise, and I have that recipe. I'll link it here in the blog so you can click over there if you haven't seen the homemade mayonnaise recipe. But homemade mayonnaise with fresh garlic chopped into it. Oh my goodness, that's delicious with French fries. Try it. But I thought, what about a malt vinegar salt? So the recipe it's a basic recipe. It'll all be on the blog. It's a 1/4 cup of kosher coarse salt. Of course, with the 1/4 cup, you can increase it depending on how many people that you want to make gifts for, or if it's for yourself, however. But you take your 1/4 cup of salt, and then in the case of the lemon recipe, what you want to do is take a teaspoon, 1 teaspoon of zest. Now, I haven't found a microplaner zester that I have enjoyed yet. They get gunky. I just haven't found one. If anybody knows of one that really works well, drop a note and let me know. I really do want a microplaner that works. So I just peeled it and popped it in the food processor. So that's what I did. So in goes the fresh lemon zest, and do with your whenever you zest anything, use organic. This area here, the peel area, is where the pesticides hang out. You don't want to ingest that. So buy organic if you're going to do a recipe where you're using fresh zest. Okay, so that's our zest. Now you want 2 teaspoons of the juice. I was just checking to make sure I grabbed the lemon and not the lime. So you put in 2 teaspoons of the lemon juice, and then you give it a stir up. In the meantime, what I've done, and what you'll do too if you're going to do this recipe, is you pop your oven on to 350 degrees. Once it's hit that magic number, which my oven has done so, you turn it off. Then you put these salt recipes in the oven for about 2 to 3 hours. Do you have to use an oven? No. You can let it sit out for a few days and dry on its own. But I'm in a hurry. So what I'm going to do here is I took my cookie sheets. I used my ever favorite parchment paper. If you don't use parchment paper, I'm begging you, get parchment paper. It's wonderful for baking, and it's also wonderful for cleanup. With our water situation here of us just using jugs right now, not having any water come through our faucets, this has been a great way to save on water and just using the parchment paper for baking. I love it. It makes, I don't know, I just think it makes the bottom of cookies more of an even cook. I don't know. Maybe I'm just partial to parchment paper. So then what you're going to want to do here, if you're doing a small amount like I am, is just spread it out on the sheet. I'm leaving enough room. I can add some other salts on here so I can get more than one on this bake. And, you know, give it a little bit of room for air. As you can see, the nice thing is that the liquid, the lemon juice itself, did not dissolve the salt, which when I was first going to make this recipe, I thought, oh my goodness, but if you do it in the right quantities, you're fine. So there's our lemon. Let's do our lime. Same thing. Let's take our 1/4 cup of salt, and I'm popping in my lime zest and my dried jalapeno that I whirred up, or however you want to crunch it is fine. I am putting in my 2 teaspoons of fresh lime juice. Again, please use organic citrus when you do this. Giving it a quick stir up. Oh, I think this is going to be heavenly on a rim of a margarita glass, I really do. And then we're going to put that out here. Oh, I can't tell you how good that smells. I am a lime fan. I do think I enjoy limes even more than lemons. I have a lime melt-away cookie that we made last year for a little cookie deal that we did here. We did a little get together and baked cookies and then traded the cookies after we baked them, which is a lot of fun. And I'm making it again this year. I just love that recipe. So that's kind of an old standby. All right, so let's get this spread out. Do not get in my lemon salt. Thank you. Okay, spreading this out. Now how about, let's do the sriracha one. Let's get that one going too. 1/4 cup of salt again. This time though, you want 3 teaspoons of sriracha. Where are my teaspoons? Here they are. So 3 teaspoons of sriracha. I might be a little heavy-handed with the teaspoons. And sriracha is a little sticky, so I'm going to have this little spoon help me get it out of, well, it's sticky, but I also really love my chicken measuring spoons. So, yeah. All right, let's stir this one up. Get it all good and spread out here. This is such a neat and easy way to create a gift for somebody. Of course, it doesn't have to be just Christmas time. You know, there's birthdays. What if you have somebody in your family who's a barbecuer and loves doing different meats in different ways? This would be a great way to give them a set of inspiring salts for them that you made, and hopefully they invite you over every time they cook. that would be nice. So here's our sriracha salt. Oh, that smells good too. That just smells great. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn off the oven now. I just want to make sure it's nice and spread out. All right, I'm going to turn off the oven. Remember, 350 degrees, turning it off. I'm going to pop this cookie sheet in. And then I'm going to continue on. I'm going to make the balsamic, the red wine, and the malt vinegar, and when we come back you'll get to see the finished products and a couple of ideas I had for bottling them up. So we'll be right back. So the salts came out great. I honestly hope you guys give this a go at home. It is so simple and it makes the cutest gift, and it's Max approved. He helped me do some of the tagging. He's wondering, why am I standing here? I just need to give him a little bit of love. You're gonna hear his feet running around. He's a very busy guy. So I did a few different ways, and there's endless ways that you can do this. In the past, when I was more of a suburbanite, I would have gotten out my Cricut cutter. I would have done all kinds of cool tags and stuff like that. But right now, because we're setting up our homestead and we're only a year into it, I don't quite have that kind of time. So people just gonna have to live with store-bought stickers, which these are really cute. And you know, there's all kinds of things. These aren't just Christmas gifts. You can do a thank you. I have one here. You can make a little thank you tag with some stickers and just thank somebody for something here. I put the sticker on here and I put, "You're the salt of the earth." And then what I chose to do on the back was put my company logo and what it is that I'm giving them. In this case, this is the balsamic salt, the balsamic vinegar salt. Maybe happy fall, fall for seasoned salt, this one says. I'll have pictures on the blog and I'll put a few pictures on this video as well so you can see what the tags look like. But you know, the sky is the limit. I fell in love with this Christmas, I want to call it ribbon, but it's not. Christmas twine, I suppose, is what you would call it. I thought it was really pretty. I didn't use it on these, but I also made some dry salts. These were all liquid. Remember, we did the balsamic vinegar, the different vinegars, the sriracha. I have some other ones that are dry salts, and I have another seasoning. So there's going to be 2 more videos in this whole series for you to choose from making these gifts. So simple, so fun, and not only the tags are the sky's the limit, so are the flavors. Here is the one that we did that was the lime juice with the lime peel and the jalapeno. I packaged this one a little bit differently, a little simpler. The smaller jelly jars with just my logo on top. You can do the same thing too. You can get these computer tags already done, these stickers already done. These are 2-inch round, and choose whatever you want on your computer. I happen to have Photoshop Elements, but maybe you have some other program, GIMP or whatever, and make some cute little tags. These are the jars that I've used. I'll list everything below too if you just want to be able to click easily and get what you see here. I just thought these were adorable. They really just reminded me of little herb jars. And then again, twine. I have a real thing for baker's twine. I have this in tons of colors. But mostly black and white and brown. I have large spools of these because I tie up presents and breads. You make breads, you put it in parchment paper, you tie it. Tons of this stuff. And then this kind of twine too, same deal. Just, I love this rustic look. And these kind together, or even with the Christmas, is a lot of fun. And then the tags, I tend to go a little bit bigger than maybe most people do. You can see the tag is huge, but I like to be able to write on it, and I have large writing, and I want to be able to let you know exactly what it is that you're getting. But you could, Max agrees, he has very large writing too. But you can cut them down or do smaller tags or whatever you want to do. It's all up to you. So anyway, here we go with everything that it takes. Salt, imagination, some crafting, and a lot of fun. So I hope you give these a try. If you do, please let us know your combinations down below or on the blog at www.5dog.farm and tell us what you ended up making, and show us your tags too, because crafting is a blast. So this is Nikki D from 5 Dog Farm. We'll talk to you soon.